Question: can you make a Rominimal track, trippy Rominimal track, dark vibe-ish, with Ableton stock plugins plus some freebird plugins? I say yes. In this video I show you exactly how I made a track. I break it down to the key elements that drives this specific track, and yeah, you can adapt it and hopefully let yourself inspire as well. Goddamn cat, this is a cat. I'm living in a house where they have 3 cats. Let's bring her quickly. Kiwi, Kiwi, hey, Kiwi, come, Kiwi, look, Kiwi. They have their own mind. Anyway, do you need a modular setup? Do you need analog gear? Do you need hardware gear? Do you need fancy plugins that cost you a lot of money? The answer is you can. You totally can. Honestly, if you work 8 hours in front of the computer, I have a friend, he works 8 hours in IT. He has no mind, you know, to spend another 4 hours while music producing in front of a computer. I totally get that. So he maybe opts for hardware gear. No offense, but if your money is tight or whatever, if you just want to stay mobile or just random, the cat is here again, then this is the video for you. Also, you can run hybrid, right? Of course, that's what people do. A lot of people, I would say. So there should be some inspiration for this specific video for anyone. I like to challenge myself a little bit, and I want to stay inside the box because I feel cozy in the box, and I can stay flexible. So yeah, those are the reasons. Now let's jump over. Let's break the key ingredients down for this specific track, what it makes out. Yeah, hope you have some fun. Before we start, I quickly want to mention, as always, my soft but snappy Rominimal Ableton Live kick template. You can download that for free. Just click the link below and then you get it shipped to the inbox. And yeah, basically I created it for designing your very own kicks, because oftentimes when I use a kick, a sample maybe, I draw in some MIDI files, MIDI notes like you see in this video, but I like to adjust the kick in a custom way, because if I use samples on some level, the kick doesn't fit perfectly into the track anymore. So that's why I created this little template for you, and you can get it for free. Just download it under the link. And now let's jump over to this week's video. Thanks for joining. Have fun. Alright my friends, I quickly want to play that track that we are going to do a little breakdown here in this video. Yeah, so far so good. This is basically finished, this track, I would say. And yeah, on those kind of tracks I like to work out some more details, some fills and whatnot, because I think those kind of tracks yeah, drive on groove. The focus is on groove and some, yeah, kind of storytelling, build up, whatever, if you know what I mean. And I found to keep a track interesting, it's important to add some effects here and there, some little bits and pieces, like those kick stuff here. Sounds really not that impressive by itself, right? But in context, you just heard it. This is a one-time event, for example. Right? Alright, now let's dive into the key elements here. I don't go into every track, but in the key elements that make this track out, I would say, in my opinion, right? Yeah, so let's start with key element number one. Key element number one is basically rouleaus, right? This rouleaus is an adaptation from mutable instruments plates, yes. And I use the bass drum mode. You have basically different modes here, right? And I run different kind of instances of rouleaus, right, to make a sub bass tom-like sound, like this one, right, triggering with MD snake like always. Then this one, FM mode, nothing impressive. I basically duplicated the chain from here and adjusted it. And here, another one. Right? All three together. Sounds really messy. Then the kick. So that's the fundamental, right? The kick and basically the bass line. So those three elements make out the bass line. And the kick is basically just a simple 4 to the floor MIDI stuff. Not even any swing or whatever added. Just straight drumming mode, 4 to the floor. But I did add some swing here, right, to all those tom kind of bass lines in rouleaus or in MD snake. I found 11% is a good amount for my taste. I always keep it around that. But of course, listen, right, and adjust accordingly to taste. And yeah, basically this is key element number one, is a sub bass with tom kind of sounds. It's not, yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. And also, as you can see here on the third instance, one is pitched up a little bit in frequency, right? Right? Keeping it in the lows, lower mids, and yeah, that's the bass line. Key element number one, bass line with rouleaus, bass drum mode, MD snake triggering with some swing, and together with 4 to the floor kick. Very basic, really basic. Simple track, by the way. This is a very simple track, even if it sounds maybe complex and whatnot, but yeah, we get to there. Okay, second thing is key element is clap. Oh, yeah, again, it's a simple track, and basically a lot of things is either stock plugins or Max for Live freeware devices, or even freeware plugins, right? So let's have a listen to the claps. I have the feeling claps are really important to give it drive, right? And this is an amazing Max for Live device that is perfectly for this kind of genre, Rominimal. Right? Now without effects, sounds like this. Right? And I talked about this, I made a whole video about this effect chain here, but basically I call it Snappy Dry Rominimal Clap Effect. But the main thing is here. So it gives really a groove, especially this grain delay with the off sync a little bit. Right? Again, here for the MIDI notes side of things, just straight MIDI drawing, no swing added, anything like that, just straight. And then basically the swing comes from the effect chain, right? This grain delay, right? Could also automate that by just doing that. Just some ideas. Need to save that. Yeah. So this is key element number 2. A clap that swings a little bit with effects, maybe with delays. With delays we can make things really swing without even adding swing in a swing setting, right? And I just go by ear and dial in some delay settings. Yeah, this offset sometimes, so it gives a little bit of off swing. Yeah, so this is key number 2, key element number 2. Let's build that track up a little bit with number 3. Key element number 3 is percussions. Kind of, yeah, percussions. Stuff like this, right? And here I just send a tremendous amount of reverb to this channel here. Right? But also I have spring reverb. And the synth here is called Vibro-Poc. I think this is from an extension. Yeah, Vibro-Poc. I don't know if it's from an extension, but it's, I think, a freeware. Triggering it randomly, as you can see, with MD Snake. Next thing is Hats for Days by Alex Kidd. This is actually a paid one, sorry. But you can also draw in some simple MIDI clips, to be honest. Add some swing here. Right? This does a little bit of things here. Just subtle. Makes it a little bit more rainy. Again, freeware plugin from Glitch Machines. And here I have a filter delay, simple filter delay, and the sounds by itself are basically, so in dry it sounds like this. Those are just some small little bits and pieces, samples recorded from vinyl. So if you would cut vinyls, yeah, with the knife, I know you get crazy if you hear that, but if you cut with a knife or yeah, something sharp into a vinyl record, then you get some clicks and blobs like this, right? That's all. I think you can even experiment with all kinds of short sounds maybe. And also I sent it to reverb here. It's actually again freeverb, that's a good word. Freeware plugin from Audio Damage. Sounds like this. And then the next one is this one. It's again, it's a very complicated, yeah, not a complicated, but an effect chain that I have many things running that I don't want to go into deep in this video for this, but you can hear what it does. Also sending it to the same reverb like the other ones, and all three together sound like this, right? Kick and the subs. I think we get a nice foundation rolling here. So now let's jump over to the key element number 4. Key element number 4 is basically what I call an answer element to those low toms here, to fill up some space. I mean, it's nice like this, but listen if we add this here. It adds another little bit of a drive, a little bit of groove. Right? And this is Axon from Audio Damage. Running that, and then key element number 5 in my opinion is some evolving, yeah, slowly evolving sounds, right? Texture sounds. And I use simple freeware tool, triple cheese, one instance, second instance, third instance. Right? After that, Tantra. Yeah, and that's it. Some slowly evolving, changing things. That's how we get this vibe, right? Also, as a little bonus, I have some vocal recordings here. The vocal recordings I have from the plugin Radio. You probably have seen me using this on other videos. I use it very often, and it's great to generate vocals. And then I have a simple tantra again after that. Let's see the solo quickly, right? Adding reverb again. And here, let me quickly check Triple Cheese, the freeware plugin. I have also some effects on that without effects. Sounds like this. So I send it to this reverb plugin here, but I also used another reverb for synthesizing the sound a little bit. The Mangelverb, again freeware. Found this really cool because you have different interesting settings here, like LFO. Also you can have an input here for the envelope, and I used another instance from Triple Cheese, this one, as an input for the envelope from this Mangelverb. After that, looperator, some random reverbs. And that's it basically, that's all. Of course, hi-hats. There's not much to say about hi-hats and stuff. Right? So yeah, to sum this up very quickly, number one, toms, 3 different toms. I made it with rouleaus. Maybe you can also use samples, whatever. Experimenting is the key, right? To have fun and so on. Number 2 is, what was number 2 again? Clap. Number 2 is having a snappy clap, adding some swing if you want with some reverb, grain delay, whatever. Number 3 is some kind of percussions. I like to use some very short little noises, like from the vinyl, right? Vinyl carving technique. And basically you can use any texture, right? Of course, and spice it up with reverb and grain delay, whatever, right? And then fifth element is something like a filler element, in opposite to those low toms. And then last but not least, slowly evolving textures, whatever it is, right? Like Triple Cheese can be anything, it can really be any synth, right? Just to get this vibe. So yeah, I hope this helps you. I hope this is inspiring a little bit. Again, I was not using any kind of fancy tool with this result. Basically freeware most of the time. So yeah, that's it for this week's video. Hope you like it. Hope it's inspiring. I hope to see you next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Cheers. Bye bye.